Hey everybody, Spencer Jones here with the Jones and to Get Fit live cooking show, brought to you today from not my kitchen like normal, right? Instead, we are streaming our live video from a different kitchen. It is actually at my in-laws' house up here in northern Wisconsin, their second home, their vacation home, and I am on spring break, enjoying, loving every second of spring break as possible, napping, working out, enjoying life, and even having some wonderful coffee. Check out this mug. Like, how awesome is this mug, right? Hopefully you're gonna find some trout tomorrow in honor of the mug. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. We were driving by the river. They're close to the Wolf River. We're driving by, and there's still snow on the side of the banks. Like, it's ridiculous. So we're gonna see what happens, how the flow goes. I'm checking out water levels. If it's not too crazy fast, I'll be heading out there. It looked pretty good today. There hasn't been any rain today, so hopefully water levels will be good. Got my dry suit. Water temps have to be upper 30s, so got my dry suit. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be prepared. All right, so let's get into the live cooking show for tonight. As I said, a little different scenery for us all. If you could all do me a huge favor, well, two favors really. First of all, is if you could like this video, that'd be awesome. I really appreciate if you could like it, give me some kind of reaction. That helps Facebook bump it up so other people can see it as well. And if you could also do me one last favor and share it, because I'm not at my house, right? Katie, my awesome wife, usually shares it for me as the video is happening, right? So she spreads it out. I'll do that after the show, but if you could do that now and to your social networks, to your pages, any groups that you're in that you think would be interesting, please share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, one last sip of coffee, and then let me show you this amazing, delicious, mouth-watering banana bread that is going to make anybody's sweet tooth just, I don't know, shout for joy, right? Be happy. Let's sit. All right, that's enough coffee here. Let's see what we need here. Now, this bread takes a couple recipes, right? So it's not really a cooking show today. We're mixing up. It's a baking show. What? Crazy, I know. So we're going to be baking. And with baking, well, let me say it like this. Cooking, you could be a little bit more, willy-nilly with spices and kind of do your own thing. Baking, you got to be a little bit more precise. Actually, a lot more precise, because you're doing a chemical experiment, essentially in your kitchen, trying not to blow up the stove. At least that's what I try to do. Hopefully we won't blow up my in-law stove. That would be bad. Okay, so here's what you need. You need 1 1/4 cups. Right? Weird. 1 1/4 cups of oats. 1 1/4 cup whole wheat flour right there. 1 1/4 cup almond flour. Now, you can make this recipe gluten-free in real easy steps. Make all 3 of those gluten-free options. You're good. It's gluten-free then. Sweet. Right? You can do that. Now, almond flour right here. You can see it's a little coarser, right? Almond flour. Awesome stuff. Expensive as heck. So if you don't have it or you can't afford it, that's totally cool. What I would do, instead of the 1 1/4 of that, I would do 3/4 cup of oats and then 1/2 cup of regular flour or whole wheat flour, stuff like that. Okay, so you're gonna need those 3 ingredients or mix above. You're gonna need 1 lonely egg. Oh, again, Kylie, sorry it's not one of your eggs. I'm up here on vacation. Had to use my in-laws' eggs. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it. You have coconut oil. You're gonna need baking powder. See if I can bring you down a little more here. All right. You're gonna need baking powder, vanilla extract. There's ground cinnamon. I don't know if you can see it back there. It's hiding behind the bananas. You need a salt. Sea salt's even better, but you know what? We make it work, right? Baking soda. So baking powder and baking soda. Crazy. Maple syrup, the pure stuff, not the corn syrup, fructose, whatever crap. No, get the real stuff. Come on, folks. And almond milk is awesome, but I'm going to use just regular skim milk here. And then I have olive oil. Sprite oil works. And the secret ingredient of banana bread. Are you ready? Bananas. Look at that right there. Who would have guessed bananas and banana bread? I know, right? Wild stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First, get the camera situated. Whoa, crazy. Sip of coffee, because I need it. It's beautiful. Okay, so here we go. We are going to combine our ingredients. First, you want to combine all your dry ingredients together. We'll do the smaller bowl. So, 1 1/4 cups almond flour. Bam. 1 1/4 cups whole wheat flour. Bam. You want a bigger bowl for this. Don't get a small bowl. Don't make that mistake. I almost made it before. 1 1/4 cups oats. Again, if you want these gluten-free, totally cool, totally righteous. Just get gluten-free once and you're set to go. This whole recipe's gluten-free. How cool is that? Okay, so I got it all in a bowl here. We'll just move this aside so we can see a little more. Ain't that so pretty? Look, oh, it's just us 3 ingredients. Okay, now you're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon. Now this is where that science part, kind of comes in important. 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon. I know it's backwards for you. You're gonna make it, okay. I just told you what it is. You're gonna be fine. 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon. If you want a little bit more, this is where you can be a little sassy with. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put in a little more, Not a whole bottle, because that'd be kind of, like really cinnamon. That would be crazy. Okay, and then a 1/2 teaspoon salt. Sea salt's obviously the best choice, but you do what you can. Work with what you have. Whoa, crazy. All right, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Cool. Now, you will want, here comes a weird one for you, 3/4 of a teaspoon baking powder. Now, don't make the mistake and mix up measurements of baking powder and baking soda like I did the first time I made this. It was scary. Katie, did I freak out?
Just a little.
I freaked out a little. So don't mix up those measurements. You want 3/4 of a teaspoon baking powder. It's okay. We resolved the issue. Don't worry. If you're freaking out about it, it's okay. We made it work. It was a miracle. I don't know how. Katie calmed me down. Talked me off the top of the house. So we did all that stuff. Okay, now you're going to need, 2 teaspoons. I know, right? Sounds like a lot. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. All right, so we're just going to go something like that. Now, I find this so hard to pour. If you have the cool can ones, you're cool, folks. I ain't that cool. Let me put it in here. That's about, there we go. That's good enough. There we go. Perfect. Again, measuring, not my forte. We're just gonna mix it together. I got this cool wooden spatula. See all that? You can mix it together. Oh, it's so pretty. So many dry ingredients. It's so beautiful. Yay. That was easy. Okay. That's the easy part. Now let's have some fun. Move around here. You probably need a bigger bowl. I stole this mixing bowl. Hopefully my mother-in-law doesn't mind too much. It's a big bowl. Okay, because you're going to need 6 bananas worth of bananas. Shocker, right? 6 bananas worth of bananas. It's crazy. Now, you throw it in there, we throw peels around. You want to know something cool? This is the wrong way. You take that and you peel that way. That's a wrong way to peel a banana. Did you know that? That's backwards. If we were like a monkey or whatever, you would peel it, because, we're all kind of monkeys at some point in our life, let's be honest. You peel it from then. You hold that in. Look, it's a handle. Oh, how cool. Right? Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff you'll learn watching this crazy, weird show, the Jones and to Get Fit live cooking show. And because you are so amazing and awesome, you already shared this, right? You shared it with your friends, your family. You're like, I did that wrong. See that one? And you're like, oh, check out this crazy guy on Facebook. Wow. Okay, we have our bananas in here. We snap our fingers and magically mash them, except this is live, right? I don't edit it. So here we go. Here's what you do. You get potato masher like this, and then you mash it. I wouldn't hold on to the bowl and mash it at the same time. That could be disastrous. All right. I don't know. Can you see that all right? Is that okay for you? Can you see? I don't know. I know it looks all. Wait, let's see. I'm going to try it this side. Does that help you? You can see a little better now. Okay, good. You don't see me. I'm scary. So all you need to do is just mash it up. Take part of a banana at a time. You knock it up. So this is really why you work out right here for the guns like this, so you can mash bananas, right? Every guy's dream, every girl's dream, right? Oh yeah, why do you work out? So I can mash up bananas, man. That's totally the reason why. First part's hard, and then you just stand and you're able to go after it. Can you hear him? Save me, don't mash me down. I get a little crazy during my cooking shows if you haven't noticed. Alright. Do that, get as much of it off as possible. Righteous, we're going to turn the camera back up so you can see a little bit of me. Scary, I know, don't run away. Alright, now you're going to need 1 lightly beaten egg. So, crack it in a bowl like that. Throw that shell somewhere, and then you lightly beat it. I suggest not, taking your fist to it as you're beating the egg. That's not good. A fork usually works very well. And just lightly, just very lightly. You don't want to get crazy with it. Don't want to whip it or whisk it or anything nuts. It's kind of hard to see with the video angle. And then you do this. No, save me. And then it goes with the bananas. Oh, it's so pretty. Good. You set that aside. Now, you want to combine all your wet ingredients. We combined our dry ingredients. We're obviously combining our wet ingredients. You will want, before I grab that, you will want 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. And you want it melted. So coconut oil at room temperature, general room temperature, unless you're like in Miami in summer and don't have AC, then it's probably all melted. I could talk, really. But otherwise it's going to be close to melty, right? It's still solid-ish. So you want to melt it in the microwave, just 3 tablespoons. Add that to our little mixture. Then you're going to want 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, folks. Do I have enough? Oh, good, I do. That would have been sad if I ran out. Okay, there we go. Ooh, there we go. Mixing it all in. All right. So we have our banana, we have our egg, we have our oil. Now for the milk. Again, if you have almond milk, I would suggest using that. You are going to need a 1/4 cup. Check out this cool measuring cup my mother-in-law has. It's a 1/2 cup, but it also shows like this cool legend there, you see? Right up there, yeah? Yeah, that's a 1/4 cup marking. How nifty thrifty is that? So I don't really have to dirty up 2 things. Cool. Alright, so we got that in here. I'm going to throw it back in here so it doesn't get too warm. Now, this bread is amazing. It's going to be mouth-watering. It is going, as I said, to make anybody's sweet tooth just so happy and glorious. But it comes at a cost, right? Because you have these healthy ingredients, the oats, almond flour is not necessarily cheap, and then you use real maple syrup, the real stuff. This is from the Maple Dude. Freaking awesome stuff right here. It's real stuff, so it's not obviously the cheapest. And you need a 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. But notice I'm not adding any other sugar crap in here, right? It's not like, oh yeah, I'm using refined white sugar. No, there's not this stuff. Look at that. 1/2 cup didn't even spill. Oh yeah, not that would have mattered. I just would have licked it up anyway. Because it's awesome. Now, you could use a spatula and get it out of here, but really, let's be honest. It's more fun to use your fingers because then you can do this. So good. Maple Dudes. Awesome syrup. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we have that. What am I going to use? I'm going to use a spoon. I'm running out of utensils here. So I'm just using a spoon now, combining all these lovely ingredients. Kind of like cover this up. Cool. Just stirring it together. Now, your bananas are going to be lumpy. Unless you use something else, unless you really mash them. You've been working out real hard and you're like, maybe took a pre-workout before you make this bread. So you'd be just like going to like, and just mashing it up like a beast. Like I should be since I'm wearing a Batman shirt and I'm beasting it up. Okay, so all that's mixed together now. All of our wet ingredients are mixed together. Now we're going to add in our dry ingredients. Stay. Okay. It's always more fun to yell at your things. So we have our mixture of dry ingredients, right? The oats, the flour, the baking soda, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. And we're going to pour in about 1/2. More so. Now we're going to mix it together. I can't mix with my left hand. I'm not left-handed. I'm sorry. You've known this. If you watch any of my shows, you know this. So I'll just hold it. Oh, it's so pretty. So, as I'm making this, we've done so many cooking parts. I've done a couple baking shows, right? Making cobbler, apple cobbler, and all that stuff. And I've done, obviously, a lot of cooking shows. So my question to all of you, if you could put this in the comments below, I want to take a vote. What do you prefer seeing in these live cooking shows? Do you prefer desserts or baking style stuff, more desserts? Or do you prefer more of the cooking aspect or maybe cooking tips? Put it in the comments below. It's right down there. Right down there. It's not hard. Just click it in and let me know what you think. Do you like desserts, the baking aspect of it more, or more meals, right? Or snacks, or the cooking aspect of it? Or both, or you like a mixture. Maybe you like a mixture. Ooh, that's fun too, isn't it? Okay, so as I was blabbing there, I added the rest of the flour, all the dry ingredients in. Our flour mixture up. So this has a lot of ingredients, and it's a little tricky to catch right away as I'm doing it live, right? So unless you're writing it down, you don't have to. But get this, you don't have to write it down. You can go to, get this, jonesandtogetfit.com. What? That's right. Go to jonesandtogetfit.com and click on the recipes tab. All depends if you're on your mobile or desktop, right? Mobile is like a little box in the corner. You gotta click on that. And then click on the recipes tab. And you will find this recipe right at the top. So you don't even have to write it down. You can do that. This is not, Maria, you are right. This is not my kitchen. You are very observant. High five. Go, Maria. Woo. This is not my kitchen. This is actually my in-laws' kitchen at their cabin, aka house, right, up in northern Wisconsin. I'm on spring break. Kitty and I are up here for a day or two, loving life up here at the cabin. So, yeah, not my kitchen. Little different, isn't it? Got wood cabinets, you know, kind of going for the rustic cabin feel. I'm liking it. Great observation there, Maria. Okay, so now you mix it all together. And now you have your bread pan, right? So you get your bread pan regular size, you know, done, not a small one, mind you, because this makes a lot of, you know, a lot of bread. So you don't want a small bread pan. And you grease it up. Now I use the olive oil because that's what we have up here. So I put the olive oil, spread it around, and make sure I covered the bottom, all the sides, all that up with the oil. Or if you have the spray, just whoosh, get the whole thing all covered. Pretty basic, right? Makes sense. Okay. So now, we're just going to pour it in here. Try not to dump the bowl and break it and have my mother-in-law mad at me. That would be bad. She's listening in, by the way. She's doing a puzzle in the other room. She's going to yell at me if I break it. Right, Linda?
Maybe.
She said maybe. She's going to yell. But I'm not going to break it, so it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Alright, so, you know, you could use a spatula and be smart about this, or you could be dumb like me and use a spoon. Anything works. Now, I'm using this metal pan instead of my usual glass one, the Pyrex one that I have, because I'll show you why in just a minute. You curious folks, you're so crazy. Alright, get the rest of it down a little bit. Spatula again helps. That's good enough. Now you're going to want to spread it evenly in your pan. Check that, alright? Oh, yeah, perfect. I was afraid the pan was too small, but no, it's perfect. Check that out. So you're just going to spread it up as evenly as possible. There you go. Now, as you're doing all this, you're smart, unlike me, which I forgot to remind you at the beginning, and tell you to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. 350, preheat that sucker. You definitely want it warmed up before you throw this in. Okay, so you do that. We'll churn you over. What? Look at that. Oh, look, it's a stove. Shocker. Stove, and we're going to remove one of these things so you can see it. Now, here's why I didn't use the glass one. Because here it is. Crazy. Check. Got dogs walking around. It's awesome. Check that out. Right there is what the sucker's going to look like when it's all done. Smell live vision right here if you could. Beautiful banana bread. Now, this was in there for about 45 or so minutes, right? So you gotta check it. Here's how you check it if you don't know it. You take a long toothpick or knife, you put it right through the center, and if it comes out clean, now that means it's not like really liquidy stuff in there, right? If it's just little crumbs and stuff, that's okay. But you don't want the liquid raw stuff, right? You don't want this coming out. If it's this, leave it in there for 5 more minutes, check it out, and just keep checking, right? Try different spots and check it out. We're gonna slip this in here, and it's gonna make this kitchen smell amazing all over again for another 45 minutes, because that's how long we're gonna cook that sucker till it's ready to rock and roll. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the Jonesin' to Get Fit banana bread. I found this recipe on the Beachbody blog. If you have any wants of checking out your own recipes, you can check out Beachbody, or really, you can go to jonesandtogetfit.com, check out the recipes tab, because you get recipes that I've made. What? I know, right? Tried, true recipes. Hey, Randall, you made it. Aw, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you checking in, even if it's a little bit late. That's awesome. We made this amazingly delicious. So let me show you banana bread here. I need hot pads, because it just came out of the oven. Check out that banana bread. Randall, I know, right? Gluten-free, too. You can make it real easy with the 3 gluten-free ingredients, the dry ingredients, and you're such a rock and roll. This will make everybody in your house so happy and glorious. And, you know, you don't have to tell them it's healthy. Your kids, don't tell them it's healthy. It doesn't matter, because it's so glorious and wonderful. They won't even have to know, right? It's gonna make your sweet tooth amazing. Spring break, banana bread. How does life get better than this? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do me a huge favor, please like this video. Give a reaction to it. I saw Randall gave one. Awesome. Thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. Thumbs up to you, man. And if you could share this with your family, friends, I really appreciate it. It's really easy. Just click the share button. It's right down there. Just, you know, tap it and say, like, share it with my friends. Yeah, you don't have to write a post about it. Just share it. Or you could say, like, look at this crazy guy drinking coffee and being a spaz. That's cool, too. All right. So, again, I'm really curious, what do you guys like to see in our videos, you guys and girls, and watching these videos? Put it in the comments below. What do you like? Do you like seeing me bake more with desserts and tasty things like that, snacks? Or do you like me cooking more and making more breakfast, lunch, dinner type items, and maybe even more specific? Let me know what you like in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about what I'm making as well. All right, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like it, subscribe to our YouTube page. Just look up Jones and Get Fit, Jones and Sailfish, Spencer Jones, all the good stuff. You'll find me on there, don't worry. Just look it up, you'll be good. And yeah, thanks for joining me this week. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you all next week when we make another brand new recipe ready for all you. Have a great week, stay fit, stay healthy, go after it. We'll catch you all later.